It's Elite POV, coming live to your area on twitch.tv.
Let's fucking go!
We are your number one place for everything in the world of all elite wrestling. And just remember, when you're with us, you'll always be elite.
Yo, it's clear to see when you open up your feed that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. We bring the heat to your screen every week, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV. So understand every time that we speak that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. Our 3 letters is all you'll ever need, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV. Good evening, Elite.
Well, you can't steal my shit.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to
Gimmick
Elite
infringement.
POV, where it's podcast time, and you know what that means. I'm one of your hosts, stealing another host's gimmick, Phil Cataldo, you can call me Philium, alongside said host who does the gimmick, the Canadian Prince, Kyle Masters. What is up?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, except my gimmick just got stolen. I don't know what to do anymore. Well, I don't even know. I can't rap like you, so I can't steal your gimmick. So
Listen, call me NXT 2.0, baby. We stealing gimmicks.
you're like our our Platinum Max, and I'll be Anthony Bowens.
I mean, you would be the tougher one out of the both of us. So in fairness, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wrestling court.
But then that would mean Jackie would think all my bars are trash.
Oh,
Just saying. Just
Jackie's
saying.
a good rapper.
And speaking of Jackie, the draw, Jackie Rodriguez, a.k.a. the Max Caster hater. What is up?
Wow.
What's up? Wow. Starting off like real hot and like
Some
slandering me over
spicy.
here. I said what I said though. What's up, everyone? Welcome on into the chat. Nice to see all y'all in here. We are just a few days away from AEW Revolution. The card's looking stacked. Dynamite was lit last night, so I can't wait to talk about it.
And our final host on the show, we have Cody Rhodes, live and direct.
He's here. We saw
Whoa!
We play the
We saw-
song. Damn it! Now my shit's all out of focus.
That's what you get.
Anthony DeStefano.
Hi guys.
My
What is going on?
father said.
When I was younger, leave the company that you started. Yeah. That's how it goes, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Where's
the
he at?
10-second count is going to be wild.
Oh yeah, 10-second count. In case you guys didn't know, I did a show called the 5-second Rule, which is me, my other friend Kyle,
Yeah,
and our buddy Brad. And it was a comedy show, and it was the most outrageous thing you've ever heard. If you listen to our after show, it's that times 10. And tonight we're bringing it back wrestling form for Patreon,
Ooh.
and it's going to be free for everyone to check out. It's called the 10-second count. You get it, 5-second Rule, 10-second count. Hempy, thank you for the gifted sub. And Kyle Masters is now going to be the third chair on that show.
Hey.
Kyle earned his spot because he was a listener and a Patreon of the 5-second Rule.
Oh man, that was my favorite show.
You love to
listen
see
at
it.
work every time.
You
Yep.
love to see it. Making dreams come true, you know?
Phil actually got to see it in person live,
Yeah.
and it is the craziest experience ever.
Yeah. It is like Ant at like top form because we always say on the show every week, right, that Ant is just so witty, right? We used to say on Rant with Ant that I feel like Ant's already lived this life because he knows exactly what to say like immediately, and that show is just perfect for that. So if you love Ant's wittiness, that's the perfect show to listen
Or my tittiness, either one, both.
to. Wittiness or tittiness.
I go
Double
for the
D's, I'm
tittiness.
trying to see them.
It's my department.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Nah,
You want to steal gimmicks? I'm stealing gimmicks. I'm the tits on the show now, okay?
I like his better.
Oh,
Jesus,
okay.
This went off the rails real fast.
Wow, okay.
But if it's your first time listening, sorry for all that. But we do this show every Thursday live on
Now on AEW.
twitch.tv/Elite POV with replays available later on youtube.com/Elite POV and anywhere you guys find your podcast. If you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/Elite POV where you'll get great shows like the 10-second count. We're definitely excited that Top Girl Talk Nerdy Elite will be recorded next Monday. So definitely look out for that, where me, Kyle, and Jamie get into nerd culture stuff. The first episode will be about the book of Boba Fett and everything going forward. So definitely look forward to that.
Which
And then
we get
Elite
the shows
POV.
out every Friday. So every
Yes.
Friday of a week, you should be getting a different Patreon show. Top Girl Talk,
Yes.
10-second count, the whole 9.
Yes, it will be Patreon day for us over here at Elite POV. And then ElitePOVmerch.com to pick up some great merchandise. We have our logo shirt up there, and we have the great shirt that everyone's loving. Baby faces don't have friends. We saw that a lot on Dynamite
We saw
last
that
night.
a lot last
right?
night.
We also have a third
And
design
yes.
up there.
Yes, what's the third design?
You can get it in coffee cup form. You don't need a coffee cup.
Oh,
to have a
yes,
coffee.
yes, yes.
Is out there.
Yes, I forgot. That's a must buy for me. I need to get that coffee cup.
Yeah. The more designs.
And listen, we have a ton of stuff to talk about. So let's jump right into it, right?
But first,
Biggest news of the week.
before the huge announcement,
I'm gonna let you finish.
stay tuned Saturday because I think we're going to have a huge announcement, a
Oh,
groundbreaking announcement on Saturday.
an announcement about the announcement. We're gonna announce on Saturday the announcement is coming.
That's what I wear a bracelet that says "What would Tony Khan do?" Okay, and
Hold up.
I'm just living the gimmick,
I
brother.
forgot to send this to everybody today. I literally saw someone created a Tony Khan announcement generator where you click
I
it
saw that.
and it generates a random announcement.
That's pretty funny.
But speaking of
That's
announcements,
pretty funny.
sorry, Phil, I just wanted to tease our announcement because our announcement's not as big, but we should make it feel that big.
Yes. So definitely stay tuned for that this weekend. And a little side announcement. If you guys are going to Icons, whatever Collectors Fest, whatever the hell it's called, in Philadelphia at the ECW Arena at the end of March, me and Ant will be there. So if you're there, come say hi, meet some great people. AEW stars are going to be there. Nyla Rose. You have Lance Archer, Sky Blue, Tony Storm, Juice
Sky
Robinson,
Blue.
the Hardy Boys,
Sky
Sky
Blue,
Blue,
Blue.
Sky Blue. Santana and Ortiz just got announced. So
Dylon.
yeah. Buddy Matthews is going to be there. So
and Sky Blue.
and finally Sky Blue. So if you're in the area and you're there,
What do
definitely
you
hit
mean
us up. We will
those
be there.
people? Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo,
Sky
speaking of
Blue.
Nyla Rose, I tweeted out yesterday. I'm like, yo, can Nyla Rose run the AEW Twitter account? Because she's
She
like the
should.
best follow
Man,
on Twitter.
She definitely should.
She should.
But now on to the biggest news of, I don't know, last couple of years, I think. So AEW this week starts off with Tony Khan actually being the one making the announcement. So you knew it was going to be big. We were hearing different rumors throughout the week, and one of them ended up being true. Tony Khan is now the official owner of Ring of Honor.
Cool.
This is massive. This is huge. I want to start with Jackie. What do you think of this, and what do you think this means going forward for AEW and the wrestling business as a whole?
Great news. I know that everybody had been speculating up until this point of what they thought it could be, and high in contention. And thanks a little bit to Insider Kimmy for some some info there, but we kind of had a feeling that it could be the purchase of ROH, and it was. And I think that it was a bombshell for the wrestling industry. It's going to be very interesting to see. I think the speculation right now is that they're going to utilize Ring of Honor as a developmental base for AEW. But just knowing that they now have the entire library at their disposal, hopefully that opens some doors for a future streaming service. I think that the potential here is really great, especially now for collaboration. They did say that the contracts of the previous Ring of Honor talent were not part of the acquisition, but you know that they're going to end up working something down the line where there is going to be some collaboration and some potential dream match situations. So good for Tony. This is freaking major news, and I can't wait to see where they go with this.
So for clarification on the contracts, if everybody who's listening to this, people in chat, remember when Ring of Honor said that they were kind of slowing down and not operating anymore at the end of last year, all contracts were cut. So even though like Jonathan Gresham is still their world champion, and like Josh Woods is their pure champion and stuff like that, they hold the titles, but they're not under contract. So there wasn't any contracts really to pick up, right? So I think Tony Khan lucked out with that. And we have a sentence in the chat saying that we're starting to hear word that
they might use it as their NXT. I guess we'll see what happens. But Kyle, what do you think about all of this, and are you excited?
I was so excited. This was one of the main things I thought he was going towards with all this big announcement. I'm glad it ended up being true. The other side rumor was that HBO was going to be a streaming service for AEW for a content library, which it still might, being under the Turner umbrella. Now that they've acquired a library, they can go and get a streaming service. That's appealing to streaming services right now, having that massive library and having the library they already have for AEW. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that HBO is around the corner still. This is just a really, really big announcement. And especially it's shaken up the wrestling world. Like, he just literally purchased Ring of Honor for what the rumored $20 to $40 million, which is incredible. So it's all good things here. People were like, "Oh man, the rosters got really big." I'm like, "Well, no, they didn't bring over the roster. He bought the company." And it was back in November that they said that everyone that was contracted to Ring of Honor is not contracted to the company anymore and become independent contractors. So Tony Khan, they're not everyone that was with Ring of Honor is not part of Ring of Honor. He'll pick and choose who he wants, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of talent now appear over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully women-wise, they really built that women's division really good over there. So I'm sure we're going to see a few women jump over sometime soon. But this is a really good acquisition by Tony Khan. Very, very good business decision. And the biggest thing I'm taking away out of this, and it's the thing I'm most excited for, is you guys remember Ring of Honor and New Japan had a partnership. Once a year, they would have their G1 Supercard. Tony Khan now owns Ring of Honor. We're sure to get an AEW New Japan Supercard sometime soon. So now the G1 Supercard will become AEW, or it could still be Ring of Honor, but we're going to get AEW stars be part of this giant Supercard that will for sure happen in the future. So this was more, and I just don't understand how I saw so much negativity. Which there's always going to be negativity. You know, there's always going to be people who are going to be against stuff in the wrestling world. But like, I was so excited when he finally announced this. It's just, I can't wait. I just want, I'm like a little boy in a candy shop. I just want that. I just want that super card already, because that's going to be insane.
And Ant, now, as somebody who during WrestleMania weekend a few years ago,
still sitting there watching Super Card of Honor while TakeOver is being amazing. How do you feel about this acquisition? I love it because it presents AEW another way to filter out talent and filter them somewhere else so they don't have to lose their jobs. It also, you know, the thing that I love the most is you're getting the video library, right? So when AEW starts the streaming, you can watch CM Punk's career, you can watch Danielson's career, you can watch the beginning of these. And I think that's huge. All In, for instance, owned by Ring of Honor, right? We can now watch All In. I think this Ring of Honor and Cody, and obviously the Revolution doesn't happen, right? Ring of Honor helped with that platform. And I know people are mad because Tony Khan bought it, but they were going out of business. Like they were going out of business. Like that company was done. Sinclair didn't give a shit. And Tony Khan stepped in as a wrestling fan. And I truly think people are like, oh, he killed him. He killed him and then he bought him. Well, guess what? If he did, it's competition. But if he didn't, now you have more places where you can work, because I don't think he's going to close Ring of Honor. I think Ring of Honor is going to act as a stepping stone for AEW, almost like a talent filter. Christian Cage, who's not doing anything right now, right? Put him on Ring of Honor. Let him work some matches. You know, let that become a different brand for you where you can filter people out. That's where you can build your stars to bring them up to AEW. If it acts like an NXT for AEW, does anyone see the harm in that? Because I don't. It's more wrestling. It's more people with jobs. It's more production. It's more shows to watch as fans. I think this is a huge win for pro wrestling, with Ring of Honor now about to go out of business, now being bought by AEW, and pretty much, for what I'm seeing, is staying in business is a huge thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? I don't understand why people are complaining, other than they're just Tony Khan haters, because it's like, what was the opposite, right? You know, the other two things are A, Ring of Honor just quietly went away and we never saw it again, or B, WWE bought the library and killed it anyway. Like if WWE was to buy Ring of Honor, they wouldn't still be running Ring of Honor shows. At least this way, you're still getting Ring of Honor shows. Because I don't think AEW is just going to absorb it. They're going to use it. Tony Khan bought it for a reason. And even he came out, he said, I was a big fan of Ring of Honor.
There's that picture that's going around. Him like in the
And
front row at one of the shows.
I'm going to answer that, why people hate it. Because one, it's cool to hate the competition. Two, people don't like Tony Khan. We do as AEW fans. He's the savior of pro wrestling to me. Look what he's given me.
Yeah.
Right? He's personally giving me my fire back by bringing Punk back.
All of us here, I think, collectively.
Bringing Danielson. Like, my fire is back because of that, man. People don't like him because he doesn't speak like McMahon did, right? And hats off to Vince McMahon, right? Great speaker, great promo. Tony Khan's not a wrestler. He's never been an announcer. He's never been behind the microphone. He is a wrestling fan that owns a wrestling company. Yeah, last night, did he sound excited? Yeah. You know why? Because he just bought his fucking favorite company. So yes, he was excited. He was every bit excited as we would be when we buy an action figure of Cody Rhodes who left and quit. You know? So, I mean, of course he's going to sound like that. So people are like, oh, he doesn't sound like an owner. He's just a billionaire's kid. Well, guess what? That billionaire's kid brought CM Punk back to wrestling, made pro wrestling cool again, now just bought Ring of Honor, saved a bunch of people's job, paid everybody during a pandemic. So keep running your mouth, keep talking shit. It's okay to be wrong, and I'm not in this case for once.
And earlier in the chat, Ascended was saying,
let me go sign Cody.
Yeah, can we see Honor No More crossover in AEW too? So for people who don't know, there's a stable in Impact Wrestling right now called Honor No More. It is Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis, Matt Taven, or Tavern as Kyle called him, PCO, and Vincent, whatever the hell his name is. So it's a bunch of ex-Ring of Honor guys led by Eddie Edwards, who's also an ex-Ring of Honor guy as well. Do I think there'll be crossover? No. I think there's a reason why they started showing up on Impact. I think they probably knew this was coming. There was a sale coming, and they wanted to at least be associated with another company. It doesn't mean it couldn't happen in the future. I just don't see it happening now. Mm-hmm. So we got them saying Shane Productions in AEW. That'd be cool. I think the cool thing on social media, and I don't know, Jackie, I want to get your opinion on this. A lot of the Ring of Honor talent have been tweeting Tony Khan like, hey, listen, we're such and such. This is what we do. You know, one guy was like, I'm the TV champion. The Shane Taylor Productions, like, hey, this is who we are. Like, how cool is that to see talent kind of reaching out to Tony? Because, of course, as Lane was saying in the chat, AEW doesn't own Ring of Honor. Tony Khan does. This is a separate thing for him.
But is it going to be separate? Because I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
he's going to.
Usually, there's going to be some. There's going to have to be some crossover.
I will say,
it's not separate.
You've noticed that there's been less crossover with Impact in AEW in the last like 6 to 8 months. So anyone you see on Impact right now that is with Impact in some way.
Impact worked with Ring of Honor. Like Deonna Purrazzo is the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but now that Tony Khan owns it, there's probably not going to be a relationship there between those two then.
I hope he just buys Impact next. Fuck it. Just go all out.
I wonder, so Sean Ross Sapp is reporting that the deal was anywhere between the $20 and $40 million range. And I know a lot of people, like Ant brought it up, WCW only sold for $2 million, but that was like 20-something years ago. So obviously the price of stuff goes up. I mean, the LA Clippers are one of the worst franchises in sports history, and they sold for almost $3 billion.
Well,
so
first off, buying a sports team and buying a wrestling promotion.
I know, but I'm saying in regards, like, even though Ring of Honor is a smaller company, the library's worth a lot, especially with a lot of the wrestlers being in AEW.
The library is the brand. This
is like 80%
horrible.
of the money deal was the library.
Yes, this is going to sound horrible, but the brand today is not worth that much. The library of the Punks, the Danielsons, the Joes, everyone who worked in Ring of Honor, that's where the money's at. Making documentaries, being able to put them in video games. That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
What if that was a conversation?
In the history.
What if that was a conversation? They're sitting there and Tony Khan just wanted the library, and they're like, "Yo, do you want the company too?" Sure, all right.
Here's a guy, I guess so.
Yeah.
Throw it in there. Why not?
Listen, it's just another avenue for a lot of independent wrestlers to get booked. I mean, we'll see what it is. I would assume, like we said earlier, I would only assume that they would use this as some type of developmental, and it would solve a complaint that a lot of wrestling fans had, even AEW fans, that they're signing too many people, right? And they're not using the younger talent, or there isn't a platform for the younger talent to get on Dynamite and get on Rampage, right? People talk about, even though they're on Dark and Elevation, like people don't watch Dark and Elevation. Well, now you start running these indie shows, you're getting actual experience performing in front of a live crowd, right? Like you can see people like Joey Janela can very easily be a champion, a TV champion or whatever champion in Ring of Honor, where he might not even get on Dynamite. I think it's cool. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Do we think that Ring of Honor might? Do you think Tony Khan brings it to TV?
No. So I was actually just going to chime in with this. And this is another thing I saw online, right? It's like, well, WWE did the network and the NXT. And yeah, and guess what? It was the coolest fucking thing ever, right? And we all had the network until you literally made us not have the network, right? We all paid the $9.99. Everyone remembered that. HBO Max, right? I will sign up for HBO Max if it means I can get all the Ring of Honor pay-per-views, all the AEW pay-per-views. I can get AEW pay-per-views at a discounted price, and I can get Ring of Honor like NXT was on that network.
I think they're making way too much money with pay-per-views right now to think about that right now. Maybe later down the line, but right now,
more down the line.
It doesn't even have to be like that. It's like you can get away from Bleacher Report and fight.
They made $10 million for All Out last year.
But I'm saying you could still charge $50, but it could stream through HBO Max.
Yeah, because they're starting to do live sports now. I think they've seen that they signed the
I've heard nothing but complaints.
I
buy it on Comcast. I buy it on my cable box, but I've heard nothing but complaints with some of these apps.
Bleacher Report is the worst.
Yeah, Gamecast. Yeah, Bleacher Report is the one that's.
I can't stand it.
And that's what sucks because I hate how Fight TV is only available to people not in US for that sort of thing, which is so weird.
There has to be a reason behind it, but it's just like the Fight TV process was so seamless when we were able to do it here in the US. And then they just up and decided, no, we're going to go solely through Bleacher Report. And the experience with Full Gear last time was trash. And I'm just hoping that they got it together.
I mean, knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. I haven't had issues with it crashed here and there, but I haven't had issues with Bleacher Report. The main issue, not even just a live feed, is this idea that like you got to wait like a fucking week and a half for the replay to get put up.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
Like let's say like was it like Jackie? Like for example, during Full Gear, Jackie was busy and she came in like mid pay-per-view and she wasn't able to go back and watch it for like days. She had to like find the link online and like with HBO Max. Hey, maybe we
pirate your shit. You want people to pirate your shit by doing that.
With HBO Max, there is a downfall to a lot of AEW fans that are not in US because that app is only available in the United States.
But you guys get it on Fight.
But you get it Fight.
When we were able to get on Fight,
if they're going to put the library, hold up. I'm saying if they're putting the library and stuff on HBO Max, we don't have no access to it.
Kyle, that's it. Ethan Page just moved to fucking America.
You need to move to America. Okay. Unrealistically,
you need to move to America.
Unrealistically, sure, but realistically, it kind of sucks for a lot of the UK fans who are still even like waiting for like any type of show over there.
But why can't you get HBO Max?
Because it's only
not available in Canada. Yeah, it's only available in the States right now.
That's HBO's dumb. That's stupid.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think he's probably thinking, let's do HBO Max.
Listen, I'm sure with the success of Euphoria being the second most viewed show on HBO Max. Yeah. Right?
Normal dude, not me.
A normal dude who's also like 20 years older than her, but that's besides the point. So, and you had a shot.
I had a shot.
So with the success of Euphoria, I think HBO Max over the next year or two is going to start looking to expand and fast, because like if it was getting, millions of views an episode and only being available in America, imagine what their views would be if it was available international. So I think that maybe Kyle's right. AEW waits to see what they happen, or just sign a deal with Fight TV. Just put stuff on there. Like I don't understand why you just don't do that.
We mentioned it last week. He's a billionaire. I think he can have the resources to go out and find a way to have his own network and have the AEW network.
He can do whatever he wants, because like I just saw in the chat, I want to give credit. Darius said Ring of Honor has the app. Okay, so I bought your app. Now I'm going to switch it to AEW, and you're going to get everything on the app now.
So Adam in the chat is saying he's gonna think about using a VPN. So Adam, with that, be careful, because Kyle has tried to do that with some
Don't work
stuff.
for me.
And yeah, it
I
doesn't work
paid,
for
and I
Kyle,
paid for
so.
some VPNs. Like I tried about
Yeah,
40
yeah.
from
So
VPNs.
so if you're doing that, make that your second option. I don't want you to miss the pay-per-view because you're trying to get a VPN
When
going.
I tell you that I tried to get a VPN because I need to watch Peaky Blinders and I can't because it's not out yet in the
Because you
States.
can't wait, bro. Isn't it like a few months away?
Bro, what? It's happening now. Wow, yeah, in a couple months it could get spoiled. Why are you going to see? Why are you going to see Batman tomorrow? Why? Tell me why you're going to see Batman tomorrow.
Tomorrow, because I value this show more than the movie, or I would have went.
But why are you going tomorrow and not in 2
Because
weeks?
I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, you just proved my point.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Don't let the facts ruin a good story. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. We'll see what the future holds for this deal. I'm just hyped that Tony Khan seems super excited about this. The fan base seems super excited about this. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see.
Big things on the horizon.
Yeah, big things are coming. Big things are coming. And we go from that to the first match of the night, which Tony Khan did, which was Bryan Danielson versus Christopher Daniels, which was actually the first ever main event for Ring of Honor. So, Kyle, how cool was it seeing this match? And how cool was it seeing the one-eyed Christopher Daniels come back and have a match against Danielson?
Love the continuity there. I love that they kept the eye from BT.
I think that's what his eye actually looks like. Like, is that not?
I swore I was told by somebody that the contact.
Gotta be a contact because
contact.
I'm pretty sure that when I saw him at New, he didn't have that eye like that.
Okay, so
and for the people who don't know what Jackie's talking about, Northeast Wrestling.
Insider, how about Insider Kimmy? Can you find out if that's an eye contact or not?
Yeah, Kimmy, go do the research for us, please.
Anyways, this was so
Is
cool.
Michael's eye contact?
Yeah. No,
or is it glass eye?
We don't want that.
That's his real eye.
We don't want that contact.
Sorry, it's been 3 weeks, but I don't forget what you said about FTR, Sean.
Anyways, so when Tony Khan made that announcement, we transitioned into an impromptu match between Christopher Daniels and Bryan Danielson, which was awesome. So like we know the history there. They had an unfinished business with Ring of Honor with this one. I guess the last time they faced each other, there was no contest. So this was pretty cool for them to kind of come back. And cool for Christopher Daniels, who literally sort of kind of retired. And then, he had that tweet that went out after saying like, I'm back. I feel good. So good for him. He looked really good. I know Danielson really, for the most part, carried this match, but anyone could see that happening this one. But Christopher Daniels, I loved it. He came out with his solo theme song and the whole Fallen Angel gimmick attire and everything. I thought that was really cool. And then the best part, obviously, was the end of the match when Bryan Danielson grabs the mic and, does the whole For Honor, handshake, and he goes, "But I'm an AEW superstar. I don't do that here." And I kick your effing head in.
What a moment, man. Yeah. What a fucking moment that was. That was so cool. Danielson, and listen, I put this on Twitter, and listen, cross eyes or not, I'm ready to make a statement. Bryan Danielson is the best wrestler of all time. I will hear no fucking other words said.
Everybody put your Shawn Michaels meme in the chat.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels meme in the chat.
First off, Danielson is the best. And that moment, right? So I've been watching Star Wars, trying to get my wife into Star Wars.
Hey.
And that moment when Danielson said, "Well, it's not Ring of Honor. It's fucking AEW." All I heard in my head was Kylo Ren go, "Let the past die. Kill it if you must." And I'm like,
yeah,
he's killing it. He's going to try to kill Ring of Honor.
Which would be a great, what a great storyline.
He fights someone from Ring of Honor, and then fucking Joe shows up, and like, sheesh, let's go.
Right. That'd be something cool.
I'm in.
Yeah,
what do you think about the match, Jackie?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kyle. First.
Joe said just recently that it's not out of the realm of possibility that he kind of talked that AEW's he'd be cool if he came over. So he mentioned it. If I were him, I'd be coming over. I'm just saying.
Oh my
Work
god!
Or shoot,
yeah. Samoa Joe, are you actually Samoan? Working or shooting? I don't know.
You actually.
But Jackie, this
not from the
match.
Family. No, working or shooting.
I'll get to talk about it in a second.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Oh, hang on.
No, Kyle, don't do it.
Do it.
No, but really, This is probably, in my opinion, the best that Christopher Daniels has looked since the inception of AEW. I fucking can't stand this.
I switched it. You go ahead.
I don't know what's going on because it's a delay on my.
What? Just take a wild guess. What do you think is going on?
I just saw it.
Freaking picture in picture.
I mean, at least we still see you and we hear you. You know?
Yes. So, Christopher Daniels, he's been gone for a while. I think he said he was gone for about 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the best that he's looked personally since he got into AEW. I know he did all the SCU stuff, great, but he looked like phenomenal. But that match is all Bryan Danielson. Danielson has completely won me over 150% since he walked in the door. We keep saying it on the show, consistently throwing out the best matches. But I love Moxley coming out again at the end, and it's just like the pièce de résistance, if you will, going into AEW Revolution. That's French this time.
I don't care.
Not even
I like
Spanish.
accents.
Sebo.
But,
You, shut up.
No.
oh,
Not your accent.
not Kyle, who actually speaks French.
Fuck me, right?
But I'm so in anticipation of this match at Revolution. I can only imagine how intense this is going to get. I'm intrigued to see what happens after the fact, if we are going to get this new faction, this new stable. But this feud has been great, and I can't wait to see Revolution.
So now, speaking of Revolution, I saw somebody mention in the chat earlier, Kansas City. So check your local theaters for Revolution, which is, if people want to do that, all power to you. I'm not sitting in a movie theater for 5 hours because Revolution might be till Tuesday morning at this point with the amount of matches that are on there.
WrestleMania 33 I did. And I remember the whole theater like jumped up to their feet when the Hardys came out.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. But like I would be the only one at the theater. Like I none of my friends here give a shit
the
about
whole
wrestling,
theater to yourself. What are you complaining about?
But
No, I wouldn't be the only one there.
Oh, okay.
I would be the only one that I know there.
I love the idea of a theater. I hate the idea of being near wrestling fans I don't know.
Oh God.
Get away.
And if they
Get 'em the
stink, yo,
fuck
you're in a packed theater.
Yeah.
Bro, like, how do you smell at the movie theaters? How?
Can you imagine though?
Sunshine.
Less
There's no
ventilation.
sun out here.
Can you imagine though? Not only the theaters smell like shit, but you get up to go to the bathroom and like they take your seat when you come back. Like, bro, hold on a second.
No, I am sitting, and I'm sorry because I really wanted to. I had plans to hang out with Jackie and Nate and her whole family, but the problem is, this weekend it's Sunday at 8 p.m. We just moved into this big house on a street that we don't know with the woods behind us, and my wife's like, "Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable being in the house at night for 5 hours till 1 a.m. when you're out." And I said, all right, bet. Plus, I have 2 kids I got to get to bed on a school night, and I work at 6:30 the next morning. So,
yeah,
thank you.
I work at
Everything that Tony Khan did on Wednesday, I'm going to totally hate him by Monday because I'm going to be so fucking tired for work.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle. But now, to transition to one of the biggest matches at Revolution, which I'm honestly surprised, even though it doesn't contain a title, that it's not main eventing, because I think going into Revolution, this is the most anticipated match in all of wrestling right now. I think the storyline has been incredible. They've been working it for a couple of months, and last night's segment was unreal. I feel like every segment has gotten better week to week. And I want to start with you as a CM Punk guy. How did you feel about that CM Punk MJF segment from last night?
It was awesome. And it was exactly what we said was going to happen. But here's the thing. I don't think MJF was lying still, right? And he didn't say he was lying. He just looks like a hurt person who can't get over the fact that he was walked out on. He never said he was lying. He never said he was. Did he set Punk up this time? Yes. The blood, the white shirt, hanging him from the ropes with the dog collar. It was vicious. It was gruesome. But it was the perfect turn that they needed to do after last week, because last week we were all sympathizers for MJF. We all felt bad. Oh man, maybe he's a face. Like, And then this week we're like, yo, fuck that guy, right? Like we're back to that. But I love that they didn't address it and he wasn't like, I lied. No, it was like he was still hurt and you could tell, but he let his hurt turn into anger and he let his anger be taken out on the person responsible for it. And that's CM Punk. He did it in a vicious way. He did it with his friends. He did it cheap, which gets the booze, right? And I think now Punk, especially the pictures you see him smiling, walking up the ramp with blood all over his face, Sunday is going to be insane. It's the only shirt for Revolution so far on the AEW site that has its own shirt. The other Revolution shirt has the other 3 matches. It has Moxley, Danielson. I think it has Britt Thunder, and it has Kenny.
Page.
Yeah. Oh,
Hangman
yeah.
and
Hangman
Cole.
and yeah. I miss Kenny. But so to me, Punk and MJF is the main event, right? Because this is what they put more into than any storyline going right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. What do you think, Jackie?
I thought the whole segment was brilliantly done. And kind of to call back to what Ant said, Punk was seemingly having not so much second thoughts, but just a little tinge of doubt where he's like talking about how he would wake up in the morning and splash himself with water and say, am I the bad guy here? And it's like MJF planted that seed of like, shit, maybe I really did hurt this guy. Like me taking my ball and leaving, I had to sit back and listen to him go on a tear and say things about Brian Pillman's dad and Darby's uncle and just like lash out at everyone, like almost like if he was kind of questioning if he was at fault. And then you get MJF coming out again, playing up the sympathy card. Punk goes to shake his hand. MJF turns it into a hug instead, which was like the most perplexing thing ever. And then the bomb drops and you get this really gory, violent scene. Punk is just gushing blood. And it's like it just solidified. All right, now we're going to go into this like a war. And as Ant said, like, they have the image of him walking away, bloodied in the face, but he's got this grin on his face. And it's almost like he's like, all right, you just gave me permission to wreck your shit. Because any little bit of sympathy that I may have had previously for your sob story is out the window, and now it's gonna get vicious.
Punk storytelling has been great, though. Punk storytelling.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, Phil, but there's one line that I forgot to touch on, and it was the devil himself line.
Oh yeah,
was a line from Punk's promo in Ring of Honor, delivered in the same cadence, and it's just fucking beautiful storytelling. How MJF is using the words his idol once said on a microphone 20 years ago. Like, it's so fucking good.
So
It's
good.
Punk storytelling has been, we saw how the one match opened where it was like identical to Bret Hart, right? Like he's just taking all of this wrestling history and putting it in a new era so we can all go, oh my God, like the Easter eggs. Usually to me, the Bucks are the best at the Easter eggs. Right now, Punk's on a different level than anyone.
And plus, I think it's cool. Like we saw the shirt, right? Of course, Pro Wrestling Tees makes a shirt. They make a shirt out of everything. You love them over there. But you get the storytelling element of MJF wiping the blood across it, right? Like I think that's so cool. And it's the cool thing about everything that MJF does. Ant spoke on it either last week or the week before, where he was saying that MJF is a student of the game, right? After his Beyond match, he's sitting there like, what could I have done better? Whatever. So when he's doing stuff, it's deliberate and it has a purpose to it, right? Like he says the line from the Punk promo, which is awesome. It just adds elements and adds layers to this match that get you even more invested in this feud. And that's what we say every week, why we love AEW so much, because they'll give us these fun matches, these big matches. We get these surprises and we get these, it seems like every other week there's an announcement or something going on. But at the core of the company, we get these incredible feuds that are so deep and so layered that you could really get emotionally invested in. And this feud is no different. But Kyle, what'd you think of everything?
Oh man, like you just said, like AEW knows how to, like they have 4 pay-per-views a year. They just know how to nail every single feud going into the pay-per-view. Fingers crossed that the payoffs are always good. You never really know. You always hope the payoff's going to be really good, but then you get stuff like the the exploding barbed wire match last Revolution.
Can't
but-
always be perfect.
right. It sucks. But anyways, this is so good, and I loved how both men basically purposely wore white for this promo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looking back and going, oh, this is why they both wore white. And like MJF had the shirt with the picture on it, and he's wiping the blood across like the MJF part of the shirt and wiping
Yep.
it across
Yep.
and trying to cover that face because I was the fan of CM Punk. It's just
Symbolism.
This is just
Yeah.
so cool, and like you said, and like the symbolism with the promo, with the callback there. They've done so well with this feud, and I said it on last show. This has been building since like Thanksgiving of last year. Like this has been the craziest feud. This really is the main event of Revolution, and I'm so here for it. And just I always think too, I'm like, pulling back the curtain and thinking behind the scenes, like how cool this must be for MJF to like basically work with like a guy that he's idled and to create this kind of storyline. I just think that like MJF must be like a pig in shit right now, man. Like just
It's just having these conversations about building the story
Yeah.
with Punk, right?
And, like,
Imagine
yeah,
like
right.
it's like one of us sitting there and be like, "Hey, so what do you want to do with this promo?"
and
Like
picking his brain too. Like,
Yeah,
what can
and
I do better? Like with
it's-
this, yeah.
it's gonna be one of the all-time matches in AEW short history, right? I think that it's gonna be one that we really remember and really sticks with us, and I think it's gonna catapult MJF to the world championship. I really do. But I think he's gonna have a roadblock there because Wardlow and
Oh,
him
yeah.
now things are
Oh.
heating up.
Dude, that
So
slap.
And as Tony Khan said on the radio, he said Revolution will see new stories begin. So does Wardlow finally fucking snap?
And that's the one thing about AEW, right? They're very good at with these quarterly pay-per-views, like they're like an ending and a beginning, right? So storylines end, but new storylines begin at these shows, right? Usually the newer storylines start on Dynamite, but like Ant just said, maybe we finally get this Wardlow turn. We finally get to go in that direction with Wardlow and MJF, which could be very exciting to see what's going to happen. I mean,
man.
I personally hope after this, MJF is going against Hangman and wins the title at Double or Nothing. Sorry, Kerry. We love our cowboy here. But I just think it's time for MJF to be champion. He's just so good.
What Wardlow said, or no, what MJF said to Wardlow really gets me too. He goes, he's like, "You're not a wrestler. You're not a contracted wrestler here. Your contract is with me." And I'm like, "Oh,
Yep.
okay,
He's his
okay."
paid bodyguard.
There, that's a seed planted there. That's gonna tie into something in the future with them. I guarantee it.
Tony Khan just bought Ring of Honor. You don't think he's gonna sign Wardlow, bro?
No,
Come
but
on.
I mean like storyline. Obviously, he's
Yeah,
signed with the company,
storyline-wise.
but storyline
Yeah,
wise,
yeah,
he's not
it's
signed
gonna
with
be
AEW.
yeah. So that's why
Storyline.
he's a
You work in
Work
a
or
shoot.
shoot.
Wardlow
Work or
signed-
shoot.
work
MJF
or
just said you're
shoot.
not signed here. What's going on? You had like 8 matches.
Sammy Guevara. I do like that Wardlow took a shot at him too. Like it was great. Like Wardlow's starting to get fed up, and even if it's at Double or Nothing where he finally turns and it's months down the road, this story ending with the dog collar match allows for us to build the story now, intensify the Wardlow story, and kind of really focus on that. And hopefully MJF wins at Double or Nothing, and that's when Wardlow decides, "Oh, you're the champion now. Fuck you. You're done. I'm gonna beat the shit."
Yep.
be
It's
great.
definitely going to be something to look forward to. But now another thing to look forward to. So we get that huge tag team casino battle royal on last night's episode, which saw so many teams in that match. I know while we were watching it live, we were wondering, is there going to be a surprise in this? But ended up being no surprises, but still an incredible match. Now, Jackie, I want to start with you. Just like you, upset that FTR doesn't get the victory here, but it is cool that the Young Bucks not only get the victory, but also Darius Martin makes his long-awaited return and gets a lot of shine in this match, especially being one of the last 3 in the match going against the Young Bucks. So tell me what you thought about all that.
The match was great. It's always slightly chaotic with these battle royal matches, especially when it's with the tag team divisions. But if this match didn't prove to people that AEW has the most stacked tag team division, I don't know what's going to sell you on it, because the amount of big names in that match was just insane. I love the pop that Darius got for his return. He's been gone for about a year now or so. And for him to get that moment, to see the brothers reunited was really cool. I do have one gripe with this match though. They called it a casino battle royale. But isn't the casino battle royale typically they pull the suits? They
Yeah.
like, to determine the
Yeah.
order of entry. This seemed
Mhm.
very much just like, I hate to use the comparison, but like the Royal Rumble,
Mhm.
like where it's just like, okay, you're going to just do a random countdown, but how are you determining the order of how these people are getting into the match? So that just threw me off a little bit. But overall, I think, we knew going into it that the likelihood was that the Bucks were going to take the win here. Kyle is head booker number 2,
Yeah.
along with Kerry, because he
Yep.
literally called
He's
it.
assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah, he
Damn right. Damn right.
called it down to
Assistant
like,
regional
okay, Red Dragon's gonna sneakily help the Bucks to win and everything. So it's like, yeah, we kind of knew. My heart broke a little bit for the fact that Proud and Powerful, once again, Santana and Ortiz get duped. I just want to see them get their moment. I know the bigger story to be told here is the Bucks and Red Dragon. Although FTR, namely Cash Wheeler, did throw a little dig at Red Dragon and called them Dead Dragon for obviously getting involved in that match. And we know that they have a storied history, so
Mhm.
that'll be interesting to see where that goes. But overall, great match, and now we know the 3 teams going into Revolution.
So the one thing, and I know a lot of people in the chat are also saying they wish that PMP would have won. And listen, out of everything that happened last night with PMP, them winning the match wasn't the worst thing. Them fucking fist pounding Jericho, which I know maybe it's all storyline. Let's not work ourselves into a shoot, right? We work in a shooting. Let's not work ourselves into a shoot. But like
with Sammy Gevara.
Yeah, but like hopefully Santana Ortiz play a big role in the Jericho Kingston match, and that's why they didn't win here. But I'm way more afraid of them doing inner circle stuff again than I am with them losing this match. But Kyle, how do you feel about this match and all the great tag teams that were in there? And did you really want to get a taste?
Oh man, our boys. We were talking about our boys right before Dynamite started, and we were going on about how cool, how like they're literally 2.0 is the best part of BTE. And if you guys were watching BTE, I don't know how you're not on the train with these two. They're the most hilarious part of BTE.
Yeah, dude, hilarious.
It's awesome. I love their gimmick. But anyways, it's a great match, fantastic match. One thing I want to point out though is so happy for this. It looks like the Paragon name is not going to happen. They were named in the AW video the Undisputed Originals, which is
a mouthful, which is a horrible name. It's
just
so
called
hard to say.
The Undisputed.
Elite.
The
No, just the
Undisputed.
Do the UE. Damn it, dude. It's so easy.
The rage.
Why
Undisputed
can't they be called?
Entertainment.
Why can't they be called Undisputed? You know what? Wait till you're feuding with the Bucks. Hold up.
Experience.
How about wait till Kenny comes back and they're feuding with the Bucks, then do Undisputed Elite, because then it'll be making fun of them. Do that. But Undisputed Originals is a horrible name too. I'd rather have that than Paragon, because Paragon's
Paragon.
goddamn
How do you do the
horrible.
UO?
The U. Oh yeah, UO. Like, hang on, let me
That
switch
is
the camera.
awesome.
Do that again
No.
here for the camera.
Dude, that's perfect. I can't wait till they do that shit on
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I called it like a couple weeks ago when they first announced the first tag team match. I'm like, oh, we know what's gonna happen here. They're gonna win, and then Young Bucks are gonna get. And when Adam Cole said the whole like, you guys need to get along thing, that was just so easy to book that. But yeah, dude, this match at the pay per view is gonna be insane. Yeah, Jurassic Express, Young Bucks, and the Undisputed Originals or Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
They're Red Dragon.
Red Dragon.
They're Red Dragon.
Man, that match is going to be so good. That's going to be like a really insane tag team match. And for the belts, Saturday's going to be an interesting prediction show. I really got to set in this match because it's either they're going to screw each other over and then Jurassic Express just going to take advantage and win. And the story's going to continue with the Young Bucks and Red Dragon with the friction between those teams. Or one team's going to win and they're going to like screw the other team out of winning. You know what I mean? Like something's going to happen in the match. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, the Battle Royale was weird. When they said casino, I thought that a little bit too, Jackie. I was like, but like they're not drawing cards. They're just kind of like doing Royal Rumble style with the countdown, whatever. It still was great. Your boys FTR really Really,
Listen, FTR gets a shout out for Dax saying if they don't win the Battle Royal, they're retiring. Then
Yeah,
they
and then
lose, and he
tweeting
tweets, "We retired." And then this morning, going, "We got bored.
Like,
we're back."
we're back.
yeah.
That shit
Dax-
got me, bro.
Dax also gets a shout out for yeeting Alan Angels off
Oh, my
out
poor
of the
Alan
ring and
Angels.
onto the stage. Oh my god, he sounded like his body broke in half. I hope he's okay.
And he also gets a shout out for getting tossed over, not realizing that long stage was there. His feet, his thighs, his ass, everything hit the stage. Excalibur goes, "He only 1 foot touched." Like, all right, Excalibur.
Yeah, we pretty much his
Save
entire
that.
body was touching the stage.
Yeah.
That's what's so
Right,
weird too.
whatever,
That
bro.
stage shouldn't count in an over the top rope battle royal.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's
Mhm.
You
weird.
should still be fair.
It's a weird thing.
Anyways,
Such a weird thing.
Yeah, overall, great match. Now the pay-per-view match is going to be that much more cooler, and the story's going to continue with Adam Cole and Red Dragon and the Bucks, and then who knows, a certain one-winged angel might appear at the pay-per-view. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and a little programming note, as Kyle mentioned. So our Good Morning Elite show this Saturday will be a full breakdown and prediction show for Revolution. So expect a longer show because there's a lot of matches and
A
we have a
huge
lot of
announcement
opinions.
to kick it off.
And a huge
Yes.
announcement to kick it off. This is going to be the announcement of the next announcement.
Man.
Yeah, so definitely make sure you 10 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/ElitePOV. Do not miss that. We're getting all into Revolution. Now, Ant, what did you think about this match?
It was all right. I had fun. It was cool. The Sixers were on.
Yeah.
Like I knew what was going to happen. I knew who was going to win.
Mhm.
They didn't.
We
need to
did
be
pop
too-
for seeing Stu Grayson though, and
Yes.
Evil Uno come out.
Yes. They
And
didn't-
one thing we have to talk about is Danhausen cursing Evil Uno. That was funny.
That was great. They didn't need 2 battle royals. They didn't. We didn't need to do 2 battle royals. The story was there. It was fun, right? Yeah, Adam said it was fun for a battle royal. We knew we weren't going to get great wrestling or oh my god moments or anything like that. It was fun. Doing 2 back-to-back in consecutive weeks was a little weird. I'm sure they're just testing that out. But Lane said it best. Again, Jungle Boy takes a backseat in the title match. We talked about this last week about how we don't feel the tag titles are important right now and how they've kind of been overshadowed, even with the Lucha Bros. And it's because, everyone says the champion makes the belt doesn't make a champion. And that is true because if Young Bucks or Red Dragon had it, we'd be talking more about the championship belts. And that's not a knock on Jungle Boy. That's a knock on the booking. And maybe the Luchasaurus gimmick's not hitting as hard as they thought it would. I don't know. I don't know what it is because I love Jurassic Express. I don't think they should have hopped the line of PMP to be the champions. I don't think that they're as important to this company as a tag team as the Bucks or Red Dragon are or FTR. So I think that maybe we're just kind of living in the world where they're placeholders for this match. Right. Maybe you said it best, but I'm sure I think his parents were or his mom was there. So I don't think so, but maybe Ray Phoenix made them call an audible. I don't know. Right. Because it doesn't feel like they have had anything for them. They have nothing to do with this feud. They should be the center. The belt should always be the center. But right now, the champions, the people aren't making the belt, and the belt aren't making the people.
Yeah,
so
the
they're kinda
feud
just
we
sitting
care
in the
about
back.
going into that match is, the Bucks versus Red Dragon. We don't even really care about Jurassic Express, which, I mean, listen, the match is still going to be a banger. I'm sure Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus are going to do some crazy shit in that match.
We said
And
the
we'll
same
see what
thing about
happens.
the 3-on-3 match, right? The trios match, and then Luchasaurus was hitting moonsaults off the stage, and you're like, okay, let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Like we're here now. Like, so we did the same thing, and it's not counting them out. It's just the tag team division is crowded
It is
with-
loaded.
with great talent, right? Like
But now, so Tony Khan of Busted Open did say that, he's waiting to bring the trios title for when Kenny Omega comes back, which, I mean, if
Did he just
we
give
would
that
have
away?
it our way.
Like, did you just give away
What?
that the first match for the trios title is going to be
Yeah.
the Elite versus the Undisputed Originals?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed like a little bit of a spoiler
Yeah.
alert.
But it's cool because that gets the Bucks and Red Dragon and like Dark and Jurassic Express, like all those teams get shifted out of the tag division into the trios division, and maybe finally we can see people like PMP and Butcher and Blade and now Top Flight get pushed up the division.
So that means Jurassic Express is 100% winning. Then they kind of just spoiled that match.
No, I think they were going to win anyway because again, they don't have a meaningful title reign, and I think this other feud doesn't need the belt. And then
This is gonna
hopefully,
suck then for their title reign.
hopefully PMP takes the titles off of them sooner rather than later. 'Cause
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I see Jungle Boy as such and I love Luchasaurus, but I see Jungle Boy as such a huge solo star. Like
Me too.
he should be in that Sammy Gevara, Darby Allin position, right? And he's the only one who's kind of pigeonholed right
Sammy
now.
Guevara.
MJF shining, Sammy Guevara shining, Darby Allin shining, and it's like he's the one that's like, I'm in a tag team. It's time for him to break free from the tag team, break free from Christian Cage, and literally just go and then be that star.
Mhm.
And I think maybe sooner rather than later that will happen. Maybe they lose and that's the end. But this Jurassic Express is super popular. They sell a shit ton of merch. Like I'm surprised there's not Luchasaurus masks. You know what I mean? Like
Yo,
maybe
He has a fucking that buddy, whatever thing, the wrestle buddy.
I like Luchasaurus too. Like I just don't know. It's like I like him, but how do other people feel about him? People pop for him and they cheer for him, but nobody ever talks about Jurassic Express.
That's
Like,
true. We all
their-
want other people to be champions.
Their online presence, like who talks about Jurassic Express like that? Like it's all about the Bucks or FTR or PMP is like PMP. If you put the title on them, everyone would be happy. No one would have a complaint.
I would be
So-
invested too, not just happy, but they would be invested in whatever's going on. Or listen, I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but what about the best friends, right? Trent and Chuck have done great in AEW. They've had great matches with multiple teams. Put it on them.
That's gonna be such a feel good story when they win those. Like
Yeah,
that's gonna
everything
be a
that they've
big,
gone through
overwhelming
injury-wise.
moment.
To me, that puts them in the same position they're in right now with the best friends. The best friends are fun. Again, this isn't me not liking the whole crew or Orange Cassidy. This is me just being realist. Do they make the belt?
So you
Do
just
they
want,
make the
do you
belt
just want
important?
heel teams to have the
No,
belt?
no, but
that's
do
what
they
it sounds like.
PMP is not heels. Do they make the belt
Yeah, but they're
important?
like bad guys, sort of.
No, I don't see them as
They're
bad
not
guys.
like
Yeah.
but they're not the same presence as like a lucha, like a Jurassic Express or a
Yeah,
Best
they have
Friends.
an edgier appeal than just
I
your
like
average
edgier,
babyface.
maybe,
Yeah.
but put it on. I know. Okay, then we'll stick with the dark thing, but the House of Black. Like there's certain people you put it on, they make the title. Best Friends to me doesn't make it. Jurassic Express doesn't make it. That's just how I feel. And I like all these stars and I like all these wrestlers, but I just feel like if you're gonna do it, that would be cool if they did the Best Friends and did a Freebird rule. That'd be a really cool layer to that.
Yeah, Wheeler
That
Yuta
would
would
be
be
cool.
tag team
Lane-
champion.
Lane-
All right.
That would be a
Yes,
really
it would
cool
be.
layer.
Wheeler Yuta.
Like, or if you put it on someone in the Dark Order and they did that.
Yo,
like,
the whole
Like a 10-person Freebird rule.
negative one would be a
You
tag
don't-
team champion.
but it would be the
100%,
perfect
bro.
way if they ever wanted to break it up, right? Like, okay, this guy lose the belt, and then the Dark Order splits in half, and they're going to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
You're very valid points because it is the truth, right? As much as we love Jurassic Express, and it does not seem important.
did
And you can see with
SCU
this
make
match.
did SCU make the belts, or did you care more when Kenny and Hangman won them?
Yeah, you cared more when they won. Honestly,
That's
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying.
honestly,
You need star power needs to hold titles, and I just don't feel like the star power of Jurassic Express as a unit has really clicked with the audience. I think everyone likes to cheer them,
Mhm.
but where's their presence? If they were,
I
they're
mean-
not getting any. And they did this with the Lucha Bros.
You're
There's
right.
nothing booked
So-
around them.
That makes me think. It makes me think more and more now that it most likely wasn't audible at them winning the belts, because like you think about it now, if this card is so stacked, you had to have think that Tony Khan had the Lucha Brothers, Red Dragon, and Young Bucks in this tag match originally scheduled.
or maybe look. I mean, if we're looking just what's happening on TV every week, Death Triangle versus House of Black, because
Yeah.
look at it. I mean, maybe
Mm.
Buddy Matthews doesn't come in as soon, or maybe we just get the Kings of the Black Throne versus Lucha Brothers for the tag titles. It just makes no sense that House of Black, and we can transition over to their segment last night next, but it doesn't make sense that House of Black are not on the
Lane-
card.
Lane just said it the best. Lane, that is perfectly said. So many teams in AEW work as live acts, but not as TV acts. SCU, Jurassic Express, Best Friends. They do come off,
That's a
me
good
being
point.
there,
Mhm.
come off way better live
Yeah.
than on TV.
It's a good point.
You know.
But now let's transition over. So we get this House of Black segment, which was
so good.
creepy, which was fantastic. We see first Malachi comes out, he says what he says, and then we see Brody King come out, he says what he says, and then Buddy Matthews come out and says what he says.
Pumped for him being here. So pumped for him being here.
Oh, Kyle, let's start with you. What did you think of this segment?
I missed it.
Oh man, like this promo was so good. Like I just love it because we all know it's all Malachi Black's full on creativeness here and creating these promos and the whole work with it with the effects that were on the promo you couldn't see in the background, Brody King or Buddy Matthews in them. They transitioned into the shot, but they transitioned at the same time connecting the sentence between Malachi Black to Brody King, and then when Brody King was done talking, it connected into the sentence that Buddy Matthews started, and they ended off the promo with the best line ever, and in the end, the house always wins, and I'm like, holy shit. But like in a dark form, this was like the and I'm with Phil. How are they not on the card? How do they not have a match at Revolution, these guys? And it's probably because of the circumstances, but like, my God, man, like after Revolution, Tony Khan put these fucking people in a storyline. Maybe I don't know if that was part of the hinting. Maybe like they're going to come out and attack someone or something.
That's what I think it is, right? I think they're going to attack the Jurassic Express.
Oh.
That's what I think. And we're going to, because, I mean, technically House of Black are heels because the Lucha Bros were baby faces, right? So technically, you know, Malachi's been a heel this whole time. So even though they're like the coolest team and everybody absolutely loves them, maybe this is a storyline that gets us invested in Jurassic Express, or at the least, they take the belts off of them so we can get it on a heel team and we could build this up and we could have some fun. And then even, you know, Kyle, you saying that House always wins, like, what's the next pay-per-view? Double or Nothing. Like it's all casino related, right? So maybe they're in a huge match going into Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
I just think it's gonna be fun.
Can see that.
But Jackie, what'd you think of the segment?
I can't state it enough that I love everything that Malachi Black has been producing since he got to AEW. The lines where he says, "Wasn't it the House Pack that gave you new sight? Wasn't it the House Pentagon that gave you new means to find new levels of violence?" Everything is so eloquent and just dark and so detailed. I love the addition of Buddy Matthews now, and I'm on the same boat with you guys where I'm trying to figure out how these guys don't have a set match on the card, because to me they're one of the most intriguing things going in the product right now. But if what you guys are, you know, saying hypothetically could happen with the House of Black coming out and attacking Jurassic Express at the end of that match, that would be a really, really interesting turn and a cool way to get them into the title picture going forward.
And what do you think? I know you said you missed it, but
I'm watching it right now on Twitter. It is badass.
Yeah, the connection between the sentences.
So badass, because especially violence, because that's what Brody King's like. All of his merch says is violence. And I love that Buddy Matthews fits, because he didn't seem like he would fit, right? Because he doesn't have the scary tattoos, right? He's an overall good looking dude, right? Like he's like, doesn't look like them, doesn't fit that mold. And when he stepped up and he's wearing this all black, you're like, okay, he does fit. Like he looks like he is a follower of Malachi. And yeah, I think.
And shout out to Malachi's makeup, right?
Yeah. Again,
I haven't seen people brought it up. Like it's like black,
huge now.
completely
It's huge.
black now. Yeah, it's not only the whole side of his face, but it is jet black now, which is really cool. Seeing it kind of develop over these months, right?
And like you said, you know, the house always wins, Double or Nothing. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people think the Trios Championship could be the Bucks and Kenny versus the Undisputed Originals. They have a longer name than fucking
Undisputed Elite. Let's just call it that until it sticks, and maybe they'll watch and they'll be like, you know what, that sounds great.
Khaleesi first of her name, Breaker of Chains. Like, okay, we get it.
Yo, clip
What's
this.
your
Tony
fucking
Khan,
name?
Undisputed Elite, man. It's that easy. Take it. I don't care. I don't want royalties. Just take the damn name.
Right? It's just so long to say. It's so long. But maybe they're the first trios champions. Maybe the first trios championship match is Pac, Phoenix, and Pentagon versus the House of Black.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I mean, and they had this
Because
crazy
to be
storyline.
real,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega and the Bucks and the Elite versus the Undisputed Originals, first of their name, Undisputed Era of NXT, second coming of Adam Cole, baby.
Bullet Club.
Yes, that doesn't need a title. That does not
No,
need a
it
title.
doesn't.
That needs a steel
They
cage
got my money.
inside.
There
That
you
needs
go,
like
Cage.
a
Give me straight up
War
wrestling.
Games, blood and guts. That's what that needs.
I just
Oh
wanna
my
see them wrestle.
God. Can you imagine the Elite versus or some maybe Jay White's Bullet Club that's kind of sweeping all of wrestling
G.O.D.
right now? The
G.O.D.
Bullet
comes
Club
in.
versus the Elite. Jesus, bro! In a blood and guts match,
Yeah,
and
what
we
if,
get the Elite
Yeah,
in
what
the
if
match
Kenny
like
and
they
the
were
Bucks
supposed to.
hire God because they're not part of Bullet Club anymore?
Yeah, and they're a part of the Elite now, technically. God, can you imagine
All
if
these
fucking
possibilities.
Yeah.
AEW hires God?
Man.
Even if it's just a New Japan thing and it's just a one match thing, like, oh my God,
Oh my
you're getting me
God.
excited. Oh my God.
Yeah, it'd be Adam Cole, Red Dragon, Jay White, and Chris Bay against Kenny the
Bay.
Bucks and God.
Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
First Chris,
Yeah,
baby.
baby.
This is a baby. A baby. That guy got killed.
Adam Cole
didn't
be like, "Who's this guy?" He'd be like, "I'm Chris
don't know,
Bay
dude.
Bay."
Yeah.
he? Yeah, wasn't his name A baby? What was his name? He got killed, didn't he?
So, well, we could use this to transition right over.
Hurricane Chris.
We can transition right over to the main event, which
He's
was
dead.
the undisputed Elite. I got you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Versus the good, the bad, and the Hungy Hangman, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, which was a fantastic match. Was everything that we wanted it to be, except, and Kyle brought this up while we were watching it live, so I want to shout him out for this.
Oh,
None
he
of
killed
us
somebody.
wanted Hangman is Google, but none of us wanted Hangman and Cole to actually touch, and they had to move. They went against each other in the ring, which was a little bit disappointing. I wanted them to save it, but and I'll start with you. What did you think of this main event?
It was fun. Obviously, I didn't want Cole and Hangman to touch.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want it at all, but the ending made it worth it.
That shot that's everywhere.
And this is, it's like a record breaking every week. This is how you finally, they got the shot to end the show. Hangman is literally tied up, beaten, broken behind the Undisputed Original Elite, first of their name, Error, second coming of NXT, Adam Cole, baby. It's behind them posing. And that's how you end a show. It's a go-home show. This is the last scene that people are seeing is that Adam Cole as the best of Hangman Page before their main event. They finally nailed it for me. It was perfect. The match was fun. I'm a fan of during a world title feud, not letting people touch, especially at this magnitude of Cole versus Hangman. One of our, Hangman's title reign has been the best matches. Kenny's might have been the best. Hangman's has been the best matches. The guy has not missed. And on Sunday, we'll remember why this was the main event after it's over, because it's going to be a fucking 20 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
Yo, speaking of Tokyo Dome, big upgrade. If anyone didn't see, they got some sort of 400-foot giant screen to surround the arena now. It's insane. So next year's Wrestle Kingdom is going to be heavily overproduced, and it's going to look like WrestleMania. It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be great. It's
Yeah.
going to be fucking great. Can you imagine? I was telling you this, Kyle. But
Yo, their stages though, Wrestle Kingdom stages outdo WrestleMania's out
That's what I'm saying.
every
They're
single
epic.
year.
But can
They're
you
so
imagine
good.
that wraparound monitor, Okada coming out
The
with the money
coins,
falling?
just the coins dropping all the way around the arena. That looks all. I'm buying. I'm going to stay up till 2 a.m. next year. I'm watching Wrestle Kingdom next year.
Just to see the screen.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be nuts. But Jackie, what'd you think of this main event match?
I thought it was good. I'm gonna echo the sentiment that everybody has. I'm not sure why they went the route of having the two of them face off in this way when they have a title match literally right around the corner. It was weird to me that they did this twice in one night, because obviously we had the Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter match versus Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez, and I'm like, why do you keep having your championship matches happening in some form before the actual pay-per-view? But I'll forgive it. There were some clever ways that they worked it, because in the beginning, Adam Cole was kind of dodging Hangman Adam Page a little bit, and then he would wait until Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish kind of took him out, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I'm ready to come in now," and like basically, pick at the bones and pick at the scraps. So typical
Somebody
heel,
say bones.
typical heel behavior. But I want to just put the bow on this by saying, cheap merchandise plug here, elitepovmerch.com. Get your
Right.
baby faces have no friends shirt, because
So much
how
more
is
shirts,
it,
stickers, mugs. Everything has that
How-
logo on it. Get it now.
how in the hell? And shout out to my boy Floyd, who also tweeted this because we share a brain. He's like, 900 members of the Dark Order and nobody
Order.
freaking comes out to
Dark
help
Order
them.
is longer than the undisputed original name. Like, that's how big it is, and you somehow don't have anybody
and
else.
nobody comes out. Freaking Hangman's getting duct taped to the ropes. You got Silver and Reynolds getting their ass beat, and it's like, whoa, crickets, where the hell is everybody?
Kerry almost came from Scotland, bro. Kerry was about to get on that plane and be like, messing with my
Let's
boy.
freaking go,
Hey,
because
Five was probably
damn.
hurting from that drop, so he was probably MIA.
No, that's how they
Coca
show
Man is
all
out
the
to lunch
matches.
somewhere.
They're just lucky -1 wasn't there, in my opinion.
Like, what do they have left? They have 10. I mean, Uno and Grayson too, but like, I don't know what's going on with that. That was weird.
Yeah.
Okay, and 10,
Yeah,
10 could probably stop
Yeah.
somebody. I mean, he beat up security guards for no fucking reason 2 weeks ago, so why
He
not?
beat up security guards, but couldn't beat up the dudes that were beating up his friends. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know.
Like,
I mean, that
you're
could've been
fighting these
smart.
poor
Flawed
kids that are making
logic.
minimum wage at a
That
wrestling
could have
show.
been smart. You're right. Like, Red Dragon and Adam Cole could have sat there and beat the hell out of the entire
Dark Order.
Dark Order to end the show. Like, that would have been
Right, but at least they would have come out and made an
Yeah.
attempt. Damn. Let
But
them high and dry.
Why
Why didn't they come out, Jackie?
Because baby faces have no,
no friends.
That's why I
True.
Needs
can't
first.
Fuck you guys. I love
Yeah,
you guys.
That's why Ant has so many friends, because Ant is the furthest thing from a babyface. Ant is basically, for anybody who hasn't met him, Ant is basically MJF toned down, but also Tony Stark toned up
Yeah, see, Lane.
somehow. He's like in the middle.
It was because of Danhausen. He cursed the Dark Order, so they couldn't come out.
Made them all,
That's a good one. Lane, I know that sounds funny,
but
but that at least makes some sort of sense.
Call back to that on BTE.
Yeah, something.
no, Ant's not having new merch. Fuck Ant merch. Nobody wanted Ant merch. I don't want you to have Ant merch. I took it off
Yo,
the
I'm gonna
shop.
make a
Oh,
logo that says
so
not
salty.
not Ants merch. Put on
I don't want it.
Right?
I don't want you to buy it. I don't want anything to do with merchandise.
Can
that
I just
says
get
my
your
name on
face
it.
and just plaster it on a shirt?
I'll
Just your
take this
God,
face.
picture
Jerry.
right here and make it a shirt because I don't
It'll
want
be
you
the
to wear my
best selling
shirt.
merch.
Yo, can we make that a shirt? Can we screenshot Ant doing that? We have the technology.
He's got a
We
green
can
screen.
build it.
Just send me the picture, and I'll put it on a shirt.
Yeah, exactly. But Kyle, what did you think of this main event match
Oh, it was
with your
great.
boys, the undisputed elite
Undisputed
era
Elite.
of NXT,
No,
first in their name?
Original
No,
elite.
no.
King of the
Undisputed
city.
Elite. Undisputed Elite. That's it.
The Paragon.
Kel Fishin, how's it going? Live in the chat. I guess Jackie, you're just bringing in more friends here.
Oh wow.
The draw, man, the draw. That name is gonna live forever.
Anyways, yeah, great main event. Again, like with Answer, the last scene that we see going into the pay-per-view is the scene of Undisputed on top, Adam Page hung up, beaten up, right? They're going to use that in even the promo materials for the pay-per-view, right? We're going to get the big promo packages, the awesome promo packages that they do in AEW, and what's going to be the last scene at the end of the promo package is going to be that scene of Adam Cole and Red Dragon, my boys Undisputed Elite, on top over Hangman Adam Page.
It's not their name.
Yeah, that's exactly their name.
Undisputed original elite.
No.
First of their name.
No.
Second coming of NXT. Adam Cole Bebe.
Okay, well, to some, it's that.
Boom.
Yeah, it was still a great main event, like wrestling wise. Yeah, I was the one like pressuring hard that they shouldn't have touched. Meanwhile, they did touch, but we didn't get a lot. You know what I mean? We got like a couple of them reversing each other, like for a good 2 minutes. Like there really wasn't a lot. So I even said it while we were watching. Like we're definitely getting like a shit ton more at the pay per view. So we kind of got like a little brief 20-second, bunch of reverses, and that was it, right? So I was fine with that, and we got the beat down at the end. So,
I like someone wrote the original Undisparagon Elite Dragon. But if you're going off the crazy,
Undisparagon Elite
so
Dragon.
if you're going off of Game of Thrones like I was, she was the mother of dragons. So it could be the undisputed original father of Red Dragon.
My God.
Oh man,
wow.
breaker of game because the game owned NXT.
Yeah, yep.
The game.
Breaker of game.
You want to break me? You better break my arm.
Cody broke my throne.
You can bet your ass I'm coming back.
Coming to get
I
my hammer back
cannot.
from Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. But yeah, so and before we're done talking about Dynamite, Jackie touched on it. I definitely want to touch on it. It wasn't the best match, and I feel like sadly for them that it got kind of lost in the shuffle with the ROH news to start out the MJF Punk thing, and then the tag team thing, and the main event. I feel like the women's segment really got lost. We did see a women's segment before we get to it with Ty and Jade kind of building their storyline even further. We saw a match announcement for the buy-in of Statlander and Layla Hirsch, which is really cool. So that's going to be awesome.
Layla Hirsch from Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
she went all Jersey in that fucking promo, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like,
did.
Excuse me, ma'am, your Jersey showing.
Well, we did get a women's match, though.
No, so I'm saying. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
had
it was-
Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa and Mercedes Martinez in a tag match. And the one thing that Jackie did bring up earlier that I want to touch on is not only did the two that are going to fight for the title touch in the match, but Thunder Rosa actually pinned Britt Baker clean.
Oh, wow.
Now, Jackie, we're big Thunder Rosa fans here. Love to interview her one day. If anybody could clip this out and send this to her, that'd be great.
Hey,
If
John.
anybody can we manifest
Hey,
that?
John.
Yeah, can we manifest this? Right? But how shocking was it to see them actually have Thunder Rosa go over Britt Baker? Because she could have easily pinned Jamie Hayter. I mean, Kyle would have been
Mhm.
upset, right? But he can't come into the country, so she's safe,
Yeah.
right? So what did you think of this match, Jackie?
The match was okay. Again, it was one of those perplexing moments where I was thinking to myself, why are we doing this ahead of the show? I know you have to build this anticipation, but I feel like it's already there. Like, we don't have to go any further with this. I would have preferred for them to just hold off completely until the pay-per-view for them to like get their hands on each other again. But overall, I think all I want to say is Thunder Rosa or bust. I've been saying this shit. I want to see her take this title on Sunday. I got a little nervous because when you overthink it and you're thinking of the formulas, you're like, oh shit, she took the pin against Britt. So that means that on Sunday she's not taking the win. Like that, my brain automatically goes there, and then I'm like, no, I refuse. Maybe they're swerving us a little bit here. No, Kyle, no, please don't do this.
That's
to me.
not looking good for Thunder Rosa right now.
Yo, you
I
pinned the
think-
champ on Wednesday,
no.
you're getting pinned Sunday. And then Tony Storm's coming out. Let's do this shit. Let's rock.
No. Like, let me tell you, as much as I would love Tony Storm to show up, I'm not for that. I'm like, Thunder Rosa is like on the precipice, and she needs to take this win. I don't know if you guys had a chance.
Damn, what a word. It's a precipice.
On the precipice.
Precipice.
I don't know if any
gotta
of
take
you
a
had the
precipice.
chance
Take a
to
precipice.
see or hear Denise Salcedo's interview with Thunder Rosa, but it was very good. There was a lot of real emotional moments, but there was a quote from Thunder where she says, it's so important that people know that I'm real, and I'm not just doing this because I want to get a title. It's because I believe in this, and I believe in change. And I really think that everything that Thunder Rosa represents, and I know that this could be considered a niche thing because I am a woman and I am a Latina, and it's like I see something of myself in her. But I think that she speaks to such a large audience, and this is a hell of a platform for her to take this initiative for change and be the top star. She has all the goods that it takes. I need to see her take this title. So I'm really hoping that this is just a little swerve, because everything that you think you know is wrong.
So I do want to give a shout out to Adam in the chat, because he brought up a great thing that I didn't even realize. So he said, I wonder if they swerve us to get to St. Patrick's Day Slam, which is a 1 year after their famous Lights Out match that they did. And it's also going to be in Thunder Rosa's hometown. and I know people listening to me say this are like, there's no way it's all going to line up like that. But in AEW, they pay attention to those little things. So yes, maybe we'll see some craziness at the pay-per-view because all the titles can't change. I mean, at All Out, we thought a bunch of titles were going to change. They ended up not changing. So maybe this is just a stepping stone to get to that. And also, we've seen titles change hands on Dynamites, especially when they're doing big theme Dynamites like a St. Patrick's Day Slam, which is in a couple of weeks after the pay-per-view. So it's not like they would have to wait long. I don't know, Jackie. I'm getting a little worried.
Hey,
about our girls today.
Jamie
I'm
Hayter
keeping the
and
faith.
Rebel could help Britt win, and then Thunder Rosa gets so pissed, goes to Tony Khan, says, "I got my rematch, but your two cronies are banned from ringside."
Or she brings in La Sicaria.
Yeah,
possible with her, Mercedes, maybe Diamante in the mix.
He says, "You know what? You know what's funny? We're gonna have a Thursday episode on St. Patty's Day." Elite POV, so I think we should.
I can't be here. I'm Irish.
I think we should. I'm just saying we should all be dressed in green that day and do a St. Patty's Day themed episode of Elite POV.
I'm down.
We can make that happen.
I listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran.
Sorry, Jackie. I think your girl's loosen.
Marry an Irish person. I already did it. I'm
No,
ready here.
Thunder Rosa is loosen on Sunday, like what Ant said.
Boo.
If you pin the champ on Wednesday, you lose on Sunday.
I just love the way you said losing. Losing.
You're
You're
losing.
losing.
You're losing.
Losing.
You're gonna lose.
You're gonna lose like a little
It's
cookie.
ready for St. Patty's Day. It's ready.
Kyle, I want you to
Chingadera
know
on a
that Cookie nickname is now sticking because I have friends that watch the show that are now calling me Cookie as
Yeah,
Cookie.
she's the cookie.
I love this. We're Kyle. By the time he's able to come here to the States, he's gonna be bilingual.
He's
Is
gonna be
it
fluent.
covered, control your narrative, or am I just on an island by myself?
Control your
here?
who?
Am I on a flat earth by myself here, or are we going to
Let me
talk
just throw
about
up a
control
little
your
bit.
narrative? Or
Troy
what?
narrative. Shoot. Worker shoot. What's going on here, bro?
Do I need to shave my head bald to be in control your
Yeah,
narrative?
this will pop you and anybody in the chat who knows what we're talking about. So Ant. So I was listening to Sean Ross Sapp, and he was like, "Yeah, they reached out to maybe do some stuff with Fightful," and then I was all for it until I heard Austin Aries was a part of it, and I hate him and I hate what he stands for. So we pulled out, and I was like, "Ooh, somewhere." Ant's like, "You goddamn right."
You goddamn right, man. I think Austin probably tried to give him a promise ring. I got 5-1 odds on that. If anyone wants to book that,
Anyways,
he either tried that or he tried to give him a vegan recipe and then told him the Earth was flat.
great episode of Dynamite.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So great episode of Dynamite
go
this
home
week. Great go home show, building a lot of
Well, at least the first
anticipation, a
one.
lot of hype. So a little program reminder for AEW on their end. Rampage is live this week.
Live
So
triple threat match, TNT
Live,
Championship.
pal.
we
Let's go.
have Keith
Andrade.
Lee is going to be in action. We have Christian Cage versus Ethan Page, which is hilarious.
On Rampage.
On
Yeah,
Rampage.
for the Face of Revolution qualifier. That one can go either way. Shout out to Ethan Page for moving to the States, as I mentioned earlier. So hopefully we get to see a lot more of him
Kyle's next.
on TV.
No.
Kyle, I hope so.
I just moved here. No,
yeah.
it's not happening.
We get the Serena Deeb rookie challenge and then the match that Ant brought up. So we get a match that we all wanted on the pay-per-view. I don't know why this isn't the match on the pay-per-view. But Sammy Gevara
There's gotta be a
versus
reason
Darby
why.
Allin, the biggest fumbler in wrestling history. If you know, you know. And Andrade for the TNT
They're
Championship.
going to give him
So
25 minutes. They're going to give him 20. That's why. That's why.
yeah,
it's
but
gonna be
still,
pay-per-view.
like, still.
It's going to make the
It's
match mean
stupid.
so much more when
That's how you
Andrade
get
walks
Sting on the
in
pay-per-view, man.
to Revolution with 2 belts.
I hope if whoever wins the belts next, I love Sammy, but they got to
He's going
stop the
to give
two
one to
belts
Ric
thing.
Flair, and he's going to come out and
You know what's funny? They mentioned it on the Sammy vlog this week, Ant. You know that?
what?
Somebody mentioned it on the Sammy vlog. Like, why are you wearing 2 belts? And Sammy was like, because I went through a table. So I'm going to like and Alan Angels was like, well, he went through a table for one of them and had one of the best ladder matches ever for the other one. So he's gonna rep both of them. Which is like, I get it, but like, stop.
Still stupid.
Please.
It sounds mean as
Yeah,
hell,
still
but that's dumb.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it is
shout out. There was a little girl.
crashed my
There was
car
a
6
young
times
girl.
a day.
Oh my God, there was a young girl on that was at the show with a sign saying like, "Why the 2 belts?" And I was like,
That's
that girl,
hilarious.
that kid
That
gets
is
it.
Jackie energy 100%. That girl is gonna
That's
grow
the
up to
cocky
be a
energy
menace.
right there.
She's gonna grow up to be a menace, and I love it, and I'm here for
Yes,
it. We
question
need more
everything.
Jackies in the world. Yeah, question everything. Yeah, Ant's over there, Ric Flair chopping.
He looks like he's like swatting flies or
Listen,
something.
Ant, were you doing that? What if this whole triple threat, whatever, six trios, whatever the fuck they want to call it, tag match? What if it's just like a 5-minute match, but it's all just to get Flair and a Sting to look at each other in the ring? Just saying.
No.
No.
Next.
Just saying.
AEW will. Ric Flair has about a chance of me of getting a job in AEW at this point.
Oh, so pretty close.
I don't think Rick's ever going to come. Maybe Tony Khan loves nostalgia.
Yeah.
So
He'll
we
wait
got
till it
Ascended.
blows over and then he'll be there.
Ascended saying, when we're all live at All Out, I'm gonna need to Jackie chase Kyle with a chancla. Listen, you guys saw that segment between Wardlow and MJF. That is Jackie and Kyle. And when
that's not very
fucking
nice.
we
No.
get to All Out, Jackie is going to beat the shit out of Kyle, and me and Aaron are gonna go like this: work or shoot. I'm not
Work-
getting involved.
She shot him in the face. Work or shooting? I can't tell. Fake
Can't
gun,
tell.
prop gun, can't tell.
Yeah.
Kyle, I want to put it out there. I will never hurt you like that.
That's a lie.
Wink, wink, wink.
Yo, I'm getting
wink.
I'm getting a chonkla to the cheeks. All right, guys, it'll be
Dude,
recorded.
she's getting-
We're getting all the footage we can for you guys
Sweet
for
chocolate
all.
music.
Listen, I don't know if you guys know, but
If you guys subscribe to
seen the movie-
Patreon, I'll let her chonkla me in the face. There you go.
Listen, you ever seen the movie Wanted? Jackie's gonna hit him with the chancla from around a fucking
Yeah.
corner. That's gonna
Yeah,
it's
we're-
gonna be like in Gears with the sniper from distance.
Can't wait to play Gears tomorrow.
what do we have for patrons? If we get to a certain amount, I'll let Jackie straight up grab a chancla and crush me across the face at All Out.
That would hurt, bro. That is
I don't care. I'll do it for
I don't
do it
think
for the
you know what you're
Patreon.
getting
Do
into.
it for the patrons. I'll do it for the patrons. I don't care.
And
We're-
if you,
we're gonna work on
and
something.
If we double that number that Kyle wants, Jackie will wear booty shorts while doing it.
There you go.
What kind of content are we creating?
and if we
I'm just trying to get us
triple
Well, let's
the
work
amount,
or shoot. No.
if we triple the amount, Ant will wear booty shorts while she does it.
for free, dog, free.
Oh God.
Oh my god!
So we have a
can't.
lot of big week coming up. As a reminder, this week's Good Morning Elite will be a full review show of the Revolution pay-per-view. So 10 a.m. on twitch.tv/Elite POV. You definitely do not want to miss that. If you guys want to follow the show on Twitter and Instagram, it is at Elite POV. If you want to follow us on TikTok, we're going to start posting a lot more stuff on TikTok to try to become TikTok famous. And there's a lot of poor wrestling opinions on TikTok. Let us be the ones you follow for the good brain-filled fucking opinions. TikTok.com/ or no, I don't know why I'm saying that. At Elite POV Clips. I'm all over the place. Patreon.com/Elite POV. If you want to reach that goal, that's 3 great goals. So make sure to sign up if you haven't already. YouTube.com/Elite POV, ElitePOVmerch.com for all this great merchandise we're talking. And Jackie, let them know where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Twitter at LoveYouMake24, and you can follow me on Instagram at JacksTheDrawPOV.
Kyle, let everybody know where they can follow you and what you and Ant got cooking with the E-Fed stuff.
You can follow me at All Elite Kyle. I've officially changed my name now to Producer Kyle because there's going to be 2 Kyles on this new show that I'm recording with Ant after.
No.
we're
You're
gonna have-
Kyle,
No.
and that's other Kyle.
We're having a great Kyle debate
Okay.
on the show tonight, so don't worry.
Anyways,
The great
speaking of-
Kyle debate is happening.
Speaking of E-Feds, me and Ant are excited. 2K22 comes out next week. We're going to be grinding really hard on creating your characters. If you guys are listening to us right
I
now,
can't wait till you grind all over me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
that too. But if you guys are listening to us right now and you guys want to join our E-Federation, have your created character come to life and have me and Ant commentate and create storylines for them with a lot of other people here in this chat and our live audience as well. Guys, go over to twitch.tv/Alliance Wrestling Fed. Follow that as well. And then you can go to our Twitter channel, twitter.com/AWF_EFed. And then there'll be a sign-up sheet there. If actually it's closed right now, so just reach out to myself and Ant in the DMs, and we'll get your character made. We're going to be grinding. We're going to be doing them live on Twitch. The creations,
Grinding, baby.
the character creations, the arena creations. It's going to be awesome. 2 shows a week, Sunday and Monday nights. You don't need to watch Raw. You can watch us. But yeah, I'm excited for grinding.
So, Ant, let them know where they can follow you.
But my body. Just tell me, yeah. Sorry. Well, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Defiant DEFYANT underscore
I gotta add to the
on
graph.
Twitter at underscore Defiant underscore. Yeah. Don't follow me on Twitter. Twitter's stupid. It's fucking a waste of time. Just follow the show and talk to the show. We'll all see it. But yeah, fuck Twitter. It's stupid.
Listen, make sure you guys follow A and Kyle on their Twitch channels. They do some great stuff over there and has some great stuff in the works for his personal channel. So make sure you guys follow that. We got a lot of great stuff coming up.
I'll link them up in the chat.
Link them up.
Yeah, so
Link
them up in the chat. Make sure you go over there, drop a follow. It's free. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you could follow. You could drop us a sub for free on this channel or on A or Kyle's channel. So make sure you guys head over and do that. And before we get out of here, because I feel like we haven't done it enough, shout out to Mama POV in the chat.
Yes, Mama POV.
Right? We haven't said it.
Happy
Shout out to
belated
Mama POV in the
birthday.
chat, who celebrated a birthday
Happy
this
belated.
week. So happy belated birthday to Mama POV
Mwah.
in the chat.
La cucaracha.
Don't
Kyle
don't call my mama Roach. What is
Oh,
wrong
is that what that
with you?
is? Whoops.
Oh my god.
You know,
That is
that's
how
fucking
I-
hilarious. Yep.
Remember,
There's
you
no
don't-
better way to end the show than that. So thank everybody for listening this week.
Oh,
And
cucaracha.
remember, you don't need a cucaracha to be called a cockroach.
See you later, guys.